Yes, everyone's that time. It is I am proof that everything old is new again. We're looking at a film today that was made in 1998, wasn't completed till 2002, and is finally getting a proper wide release. It's a shot on video horror film called Scream Queen, starring Linnea Quigley. This is one of her lost horror films, written and directed by Brad Sykes, and it's getting put out by Visual Vengeance with all kinds of extras and features and such. And here we get the story of Militia Toombs, played by Linnea Quigley, who has a conflict on the set of the latest low-budget indie film that she's working on. She gets in her truck and there's an accident and she dies. A year later, all the crew and at least the initial cast and director, are invited to a home for a secret project. And while there's some confusion on who invited them, and they're dealing with the fact that even a year ago they had this big star Scream Queen die on them. They're at this place and they discover there's a secret project by the person that invited them. And while they sit there and debate on whether or not to be part of this project, one by one they are killed brutally by some figure in a golden mask. And we see, as things unfold, dark secrets revealed, and who is this mysterious person that invited them to this death trap. Scream Queen is a shot on video film, so if you're not familiar with the aesthetic, the film's going to probably take you aback. From the aspect ratio to the quality of the film, it is a low budget shot on video film. So you've got to go into there taking that into account. If you're a fan of shot on video, well, then you're definitely going to want to check this out. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed each of the characters that they had, especially Linnea Quigley. She's always fantastic, always bringing it. And here she's bringing it as Militia Toombs. And through some of the dialogue in that of her performance, it feels like she may be trying to express some of her feelings on being an indie popular Scream Queen who's worked on bigger budget films and working on low budget films, and some of that frustration. And I feel like she was getting maybe some of that out, but she really plays it up, and it's always fun watching her. I liked how this story plays out. The kills are fun and they look visceral. The practical effects that you have in here look really good, and that's actually kind of the benefit of having a lower budget film. I think sometimes practical effects look better because they only have limited lighting and cameras and such, and so they can get creative and really make it look gritty and dirty and gory and bloody. And that even if in real life it wasn't quite like that, it really looks like that and translates into the movie. The rest of the cast: Jared Robbins plays Eric Orloff, the director. I liked how they portrayed him, this guy who is still he's lamenting over the footage of the film that never was. And thinking, did he maybe cause the death of Militia Toombs? And then as things start to play out, does he blame himself for what's happening to the fine cast that are invited to this home from a mysterious host? So yeah, there's a lot of layers there. We've got C. Courtney Joyner showing up here as a detective. Always fun to see him pop up in a movie. And yeah, the killer is interesting. The story has this giallo type feel to it, where we've got the gloved hand with the knife, and it plays with the shadows a bit, and the killer getting it from their view, and just, yeah, it has a bit of those elements, and you can tell that they were influenced by Italian horror and Italian thrillers, and they were trying to kind of go for that here. Now, again, not only do they have the shot on video aesthetic, but some of the lighting in some of the scenes is poor. Audio is a bit rough. So you are going to have these rougher elements as far as the production-wise goes, because they only had so much equipment, and they're shooting this on the video camera. So take that into account. But if you're a fan of Linnea Quigley and a fan of shot on horror and of Brad Sykes' other work, you know what you're getting into, and I think you should watch this. It is not that long. It moves along fairly nicely, and there's some really fun times to be had here. And that'll about do it for us here on Scream Queen. Thank you so much. If you've seen Scream Queen, please leave your comments down below. As always, love to hear your constructive thoughts on the films we review, and hope you're having a fun and safe time out there as you're celebrating the holidays. I appreciate every single one of you. Don't Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that here. We got a lot of great stuff coming, including our 12 days of vinyl reviews. The vinyl countdown 2024 is happening, so you'll want to make sure to sub so you don't miss an episode of those on It's Finally Mine. Thank you again, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.